Hey, Xbox One and Xbox 360 gamers. You are now rocking with your boy KoR Str8murda and listening to straight Podshots. It's been a minute since I've been on, but I wanted to touch on something that I never really talk about. You know, a lot of people see the symbol, they see the logo, they see it in my name, and they don't know what it is. Some people actually say they don't want to be a part of it because they don't have a clue what I'm trying to build. You know, I built Tick Podcasts a while ago because I wanted to talk about the great things about Xbox without trying to put down the other consoles. And for the most part, I don't do that. Now, what I do put down is fanboyism, and the whole Xbox pony thing. But without question, I have a disdain for that type of nonsense when it comes to gaming. But the consoles in general, I have a great respect for. They both have their strengths, all three, and they all have amazing games. And at some point, you know, I want to be a multi-console gamer. But right now, I'm just an Xbox gamer. That's my preferred system, and that's what I'm gonna rock with. So yeah, I built the Tick Podcast because the media was ripping it, fanboys were ripping it, and they just didn't have a clue. And I wanted to try to help them become more informed. And I'm glad that I formed up a great team with B Money and Unified, as you guys already know. But the one thing I never talk about, or the one thing I never touch on, is KoR. You know, my clan and the community that I'm trying to build on the Xbox One. So today, that's what I'm going to talk about. For those of you that are curious, for those of you that ask me, hey, Murder, what does KoR stand for? You know, what do you guys do? This one is for you. KoR stands for Kings of Rapture. You know, Kings of Rapture is an alternative take that we decided to go with instead of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse type of thing, if you will. You know, pretty much we feel really good when we go into playing games, and a lot of times when we do play games, it's over before it even started. So it's kind of like the end of the world. It's the end of your game session when you're playing KoR. You know, it's not to be arrogant, but it's very intimidating when you pop in a game and you see KoR going straight down a list of gamers. So some guys kind of either ditch out, back out, or they play us and then they get murked. But at the end of the day, what you have to understand is there's two aspects to KoR. The first aspect is the KoR community. And this is the reason why I think people should take an interest in KoR, and why I think it's the best community on Xbox One. When myself and KoR Smokey, some of you guys may know him, started the KoR community, we didn't intend for it to I guess you could say develop as big as it has. If you get online and you check out, you know, the KoR community, and you hit up my friends list, we have a significant amount of guys in our crew, and we're growing every day. But it's become this community of gamers that's more like a brotherhood to a certain extent. And what that means is that we decided, because of how many gamers we have, and it's all over North America and outside the country, no matter what time, no matter what game, you will always have someone to play with. KoR is a brotherhood and a sisterhood of Xbox One gamers, and that's what it is. You don't have to be a part of KoR to game competitively. You don't have to feel like you are demanded to play, or you're on schedule and we're going to be practicing today, and if you don't do this, you're out of the clan. It's not that kind of community. Look, a lot of us are older guys, okay? We have children, jobs, school, and other responsibilities that we have to attend to. Some guys don't have the dedication like some, you know, hardcore clans have. So in that regard, the community aspect is perfect for those guys who want to join. Let's say, for example, you may have 100 to 150 friends. You know, some guys have more, and that's what I question. Some guys have more, but let's say you have that. On average, you may play with about 5 to 10 of those guys. Now, out of those 5 to 10 guys, that's your circle. Sometimes those 5 to 10 guys aren't on. And a lot of times you may be playing by yourself. In the KoR community, it doesn't matter what time of day, it doesn't matter what game, we will have it. Somebody in our clan will have it, and somebody will be on that you can play with. And as long as they have KoR on their name, you can join that person's party and you can play with that person. It's a brotherhood. I don't have to know you to join the party to play. If you're a part of KoR, then me and you are boys. We're cool. Hop on in. Let's play this game. Let's have fun. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's get to know each other. That's the way KoR works. KoR is a brotherhood of Xbox One gamers. I mean, socially, we're great. I mean, you should see the amount of members that are always in parties. I mean, every time you hit a name, you see the little party symbol next to someone's name. And that's great. That's what I want to build. I want to build the camaraderie, the social aspect in the gaming community with guys that love to game socially. You know, multiplayer games, co-op, competitive, whatever it is, we're going to have it. Whatever you can think of, we're going to have it. You know, and listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like we're going to get every single game 100% of the time. But all the big hits that's coming, we're going to have it. The Crew, Forza, Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield, The Division, Evolve, Elder Scrolls Online, whatever you can think of, as long as it has a multiplayer aspect to it, we'll have it. Sunset Overdrive, the list goes on. Guys love to play co-op competitively, whatever it is. Right now, we were just on Diablo. We've moved on to Warframe. And now we're on Madden as well. You know, we got guys in the Madden League. So, look, you know, we're just gamers that love the game. So that's the first aspect of KoR, the community. You know, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You know, the rules are simple. Yes, one of the requirements is that you have to have KoR in your name, but we give you 2 options. You can always have a second account, which Microsoft gives you for free, and make a KoR name. And whenever you want to play with the KoR community, you just jump on that name. Obviously, the downside to that is that you lose your achievements on your main account to that account. But, you know, it's just one of the requirements, unfortunately. You know, for anybody who feels unfortunate. I don't. And a lot of guys who have joined up, they have no problem with it. But some people do. Some people feel attached to their name. On the other hand, if you pay $10 to change your name, your original account, then you would continue to have all those achievements and continue to have the gamer score that you want and things like that, as well as keeping everything that you've unlocked under your original account. So that's one of the aspects and one of the requirements to it. The second requirement that we have is because, you know, we do an attendance thing, which is 2 days out of the month out of 30 days. So maybe a Saturday, maybe a Friday. It doesn't matter what KoR member you play with. It doesn't matter whether you pop in a room for 1 second to say what's up. As long as you pop in and you're online and you're letting us know, hey, I'm here, you're good. That's really it, man. You know, the reason why we do that is because sometimes we've had guys at points where they have joined the community and then they just got off, you know, and they weren't on, and that's not beneficial to the other clan members who are looking for guys to game with. And you know, right now we're sitting around maybe 35 members, and we're growing, and things like that. And some of the members, some of the newest members that we have, actually came from Twitter. You know, and I want to shout them out. I really appreciate them for joining the KoR community, which is Bad Luck Kid, who is now KoR Bad Luck Kid. A lot of you guys know John Doe, but he is now KoR Nefarious. And our first lady of the KoR clan is KoR Impossible Girl. And big shout out to KoR Impossible Girl, because she is the first woman to join a community of male gamers and can hold her own. And it's not to say that women can't hold their own, but when you play with her, you have nothing but respect for her because she's a dedicated gamer. Without question, she is a dedicated gamer. And I really appreciate that about her. And I really hope that we get more females in the clan. I really do. You know, if any females out there listening, I really hope you guys check us out, hit us up, you know, chat with Impossible Girl if you have to, just to get a feel for how we game, how we joke, and how we enjoy Xbox One, and how the community, is so awesome. And finally, the one rule that we have is we have a no tolerance policy for racism, bigotry, or sexism. We don't tolerate it. You know, nothing malicious, nothing vicious. We're not stiffs. We joke about race. We joke about the stereotypes. We crack on each other. That's what guys do. But you know, but as long as it's not in a malicious, vicious, attacking way, as long as you're not trying to harass any of our female members, because hey, you know, look, some of the guys in the clan are young, hormones, man. What can I say? But as long as you don't take it there, we don't have a problem with it. And if you do, and you still want to be a part of the community, the one thing that we do is we have a sit down, you guys chat, you squash it. That person who offended the other person apologizes, and do we take a vote whether to let you back in the clan or not? Because it's a round table approach. You know, KoR stands for Kings of Rapture. So it's a round table approach, like Knights at a Round Table. And that's really how that works. And I could go on and on about the other things that we have, the Tick Podcast affiliation, the KoR Clan YouTube channel, the KoR Clan Twitter account, our Twitch accounts. I can go on and on. But the point being is that you guys understand what KoR is, what I'm trying to build, what myself and Smokey are trying to build, and how far it's come and how awesome it is. So if you're a gamer out there and maybe you don't have a lot of guys to game with, maybe your friends like single player games, or maybe they're on PlayStation and not on Xbox One, join the KoR community, man. Hit us up. Hit me up. Hit up Smokey. You can hit me up on Xbox at KoR space X space Str8murda, or just hit me up on Twitter, man, if you want more info on, you know, how we reward our members with, you know, gift cards, games, controllers, things like that. How we game competitively in games like Call of Duty and Halo and things. Joining esports and MLG. We do have an aspect to that too. And how our teams work is a little bit more in depth and how we build them. But for the community aspect, for guys that's not interested in the competitive part of the clan, just for the community aspect, it's one of the best clans or the best communities you could possibly join on Xbox One. I want to thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a better understanding of the KoR community and why I love KoR and why, you know, I wanted to expand even more to have the best and largest Xbox One community on any Xbox ever. And stay tuned for this weekend's Tick Podcast. Got some really cool talking points to chat about. Thanks. I'm out.